If you're a golfer who is struggling with pulling their shots out on the golf course, then you're in the right place, because in today's video I'm going to show you a simple swing thought that's going to allow you to fix this and 2 drills to go with it. So let's start this video by defining what a pull shot is. Now, for a right-handed golfer like myself, a pull shot is a shot that starts to the left of target and continues on a straight line kind of to the left. Now, often these shots are well struck, they don't curve too much, but ultimately they just finish left of target. Now, the reason this happens at impact is because, number one, the club face is pointing to the left of target because club face determines where the ball starts. And number two, because there's not a lot of curvature, that tells us that the club face and the club path are pretty much matched up. So to fix this, what we've got to do is essentially take our swing that's just a little bit too orientated to the left for a right-handed golfer and just get it a little bit more neutral. Now, let's actually dive into why I see this happen. And often it happens for sort of one of two reasons in terms of the transition. There are lots of multiple root causes for pull shots, but today I'm going to focus on the transition and downswing. Now, we can sort of group these into, number one, a golfer who is very eager to hit the ball, so they're going to spin with their chest, or number two, a golfer who is trying to achieve too much rotation in the downswing. And you'll be amazed at how many golfers fit into these two categories. And it's actually the same fault. Because what we see is in either situation, the golfer will go to the top of the backswing, they will then spin their chest and hips open very quickly, their lead arm will stay pinned to their chest, and as you can see, that throws the club over the plane, and from there I'm going to swing out to in, and I'm going to pull the ball to the left. If I leave the face open, it's a slice, so it's not a shot that we want to be seeing. And this is, again, when I say, golfers are trying to get too open, you have to understand how to get open. There's a very specific way of doing it. So in essence, what have we got to fix? We've got to stop this spin out of the chest, of the hips, and the left arm being pinned to the chest, because then this causes us to pull to the left. So without further ado, let's now jump into what we want to be seeing and the drills to help us do this. So the key concept that we have to understand is that in the downswing, rotation very much controls the out portion and the hands control the down portion. Now, like I said, when we see people swing over the top, it's often that the arms stay up and they get excessively pinned to the chest as it starts to rotate open too much. So what we need to do is we need to reverse this pattern. So as we go to the top of the backswing, if I just get to the top here and I freeze my body and I let my arms fall, you see how they both just want to fall straight down, kind of down and across my body. This is the motion that the arms want to do, and this is a crucial piece of shallowing the club, getting the club on plane, or even getting it slightly under plane so that we can hit a draw shape. So this is very much the sensation that I want you to have, and someone like Justin Rose uses this swing thought. So what he will do is he will swing to the top of the backswing, feel like his chest stays pointing back towards the camera, or his back stays pointing towards the target for as long as possible as he shifts his weight back to his left side. And as he is doing this, he is allowing his arms to drop down, sort of down and across his body. I like to tell players, imagine there's sort of a fence in front of you here. If you were to spin open, you would hit that fence. If you were to do this correctly, you would shift, let the arms drop. Then from there, you're going to be in a great position to rotate later on in the downswing, because the most amount of rotation we see happens later on in the downswing. It does not happen early. So once you've understood that concept of going to the top, we want to be feeling like the arms can drop, the chest stays closed. As we are shifting our weight, we're going to be in a good position. Now, if I quickly bring in this front on view, the one thing I want to make sure you don't do, because I see amateurs do this all the time, is they go here and then they'll drop their arms down, but they're not shifting their pressure to their left foot. They're not having that weight shift. So if you were to do this, you would bottom out before the golf ball every single time. So as you are doing this sensation of going to the top, chest stays pointing back towards the camera, back stays pointing towards the target, you are making sure you are shifting as your arms are lowering down into this position. Now you can see if I just turn through, I'm able to get my low point past the golf ball. So that's a really crucial element I see people get wrong all the time, which we have to get right. So now we know the concept. We are trying to quieten down the chest, allow the arms to drop back onto plane, feeling like the left arm can sort of work down off the chest here, doesn't stay smothered into the chest. What is a fantastic drill? Well, I have two for you. The first one is Rory McIlroy's drill. It's also Pete Cowan's drill. I believe Pete Cowan came up with it. So what I want you to do is grip the club with your left hand, hike it up in front of you, and then bring it so it's in line with your toe line. For the front of you can see as I grip the club in my trail hand is pointing in front of me, away from me, and I very much have these two 90-degree angles now formed with each arm and the club. Now, if you go to the top and you do your old motion, you're going to find that as you come down, again, everything's going to want to go out away from you. You can see this club is angled somewhere at a 45-degree angle, which is not what we want to be seeing. So I want you to start in this position. I want you to swing to the top. You are going to shift as you feel like your chest stays closed and your arms are going to pump back down in front of you here. Now notice how I finished in this position. I've got 80% or so weight on my left leg. You can also see my chest is relatively closed here and the shaft is matching my toe line, maybe the club head slightly behind it. If the club head is outside of your hands from the downline view, you've done the drill wrong. So you've got to be able to start here, turn to the top, shift, bring it back down into this position. This is what allows us to drop the hands back onto the plane line, which is therefore going to help us fix the pull shots and get us into a much better position. So let me show you what this looks like. So again, now I'm going to go to the top, feel like I'm here, dropping the arms down and then swinging through. If I'm going to aim down towards that 175-yard sign, let's see what happens here, especially in terms of the start line. So you can see there, started just right at target, drawing back, and that is going to be a fantastic, ooh, really nice shot. That is going to be a fantastic way of helping you get your start line more to the right and actually helping you start to hit a little bit more of a draw rather than a pull. So here's a really simple drill that is going to transform not only your backswing, your transition, your downswing. It's going to help you achieve good depth, good rotation, get on plane. It is honestly a money drill. Now, what I have done here is I have taped 2 alignment sticks together and I've come out onto the grass. What I've also done is placed this tip right here about a club head width outside of the golf ball at the angle where it's roughly going to be going through the collar on my top to the top of my shoulder right here. What I've also done from the front on view is positioned it in a position to where as I swing back, it's roughly going to be about halfway down my left forearm at left arm parallel. So what this is doing is it's an avoidance drill. Essentially, I'm going to have to miss this on the way back and on the way down to ensure that I'm in a good position. If I was to go to the top and spin out, you can see how my arm is going to hit that alignment stick right there, and it's going to make life a lot harder. As I'm swinging back, you can see as I swing back, it forces me into a nice deep position at the top. And then as I come down, if I shift, I can shallow the club under this and swing very much into out. If I go to the top and I have any sort of outward spin, you can see how I'm gonna hit this alignment stick. So again, I love this drill for adding depth in the backswing, adding depth, keeping the hands deep on the downswing, getting things shallowing. It is awesome. So let me just make sure it's in the right position. I'll set up to the ball. Again, avoid it on the way back, avoid it on the way down. This is gonna get me into some really awesome positions. Let's see if this fixes my pull. Definitely fix the pull, bit of a high draw, coming back towards the target, but this is going to be an all-time favorite drill of mine and it is going to become your new favorite drill. So that is one of the best and most effective ways of fixing your pull shots, but also your slice shots as well. Now, if you have questions about today's video, please ask away. I have a free practice guide and I offer online coaching. The links are down below. And if you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and subscribe. I hope to see you back here soon.